What up, guys? Your boy Just King ZA. Welcome back to the Just King ZA podcast. And yeah, man, today we're going to be talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump and the fact that he does not scare us. He does not scare us South Africans. Yeah, man, with his him taking away the financial aid, PEPFAR, in terms of financing. ARVs and all that via PEPFAR and all those type of aid, giving that money to South Africa, and also him increasing tariffs to South Africa just because he heard about the land expropriation bill. So this video is me saying we are not scared. We are not scared at all. Yeah, man, a lot of people are panicking, but there's no need to panic. South Africa is a beast on its own. Do you understand? With our good friends, you know what I'm saying? BRICS nations. So, anyways, before we get into it, you know the drill. We need to grow the platform. You know what I'm saying? So that we can continue to create stuff like this. You know, videos like this, more research, more videos. You need to subscribe so that the platform can grow, so that you don't miss my videos. And the more you get my videos, the more you get to watch, and the more it gets pushed in the algorithm. And in that way, more people get to receive the content. More people get to get the content, and the platform grows just like that. So if you like this channel, you don't want it to disappear when you you end up asking yourself, where's that guy? No, goddamn, I'm here, I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you need to subscribe, and then yeah, it's a lot of dope videos I'm doing, but I'm realizing that you guys are not getting some of the videos. So you guys who are watching, subscribe to the channel. This is the platform to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's your boy Just King ZA. Let's get straight into it. So Donald Trump, USA, we love the USA, man. You know, South Africa, you know, we love the USA. We love Trump. We are cheering on Trump even now in the elections. You know, he's someone who speaks for all of us, you know, especially if you are someone who likes a traditional world, you know, someone who likes the world to be the way God designed it to be. You know, a world whereby a man is a man, a female is a female. You know, a world where traditional roles exist. A president who talks about God, you know what I'm saying? Not this person who's just silent, other people speaking for them, and they literally have no standing. That's not what we want, you know, as a people, with world leaders. We love vocal leaders like Trump who really speak out and speak life into the world. Do you understand? And inspire men to be men, you know, inspire men to be masculine and great, you know what I'm saying? So someone who understands entertainment, who understands everything. Because if you look at Trump, he understands almost all sides of the spectrum. When it comes to entertainment, he understands it. When it comes to charity, giving back, when it comes to style, you know, who's more stylish than Trump? You know, I once saw his apartment, his penthouse at the Trump Towers, and that apartment, it was all gold. Everything was gold inside there. You know what I'm saying? I saw it way back. I believe it was 2005, 2006, 7 there. Around about the time he was doing The Apprentice. You know what I'm saying? So, but as a nation of South Africa, we will not be afraid. We've come a long way. And there's no person in this world who can stop us in terms of like getting what we're supposed to get, or the next progression, you know, from where we were to where we're supposed to be. Will not let anybody interrupt that. We all know that the next phase of our freedom as South Africans, especially black South Africans, is land. Land. Land was stolen in this country. The colonizers, they stole the land. You can't take that away. Colonizers stole land. They're making money off of land they stole. Do you understand? So that is something that should have been always perking up at the back of your mind, that these days are going to come. We cannot be scared by America telling us nonsense that so we are doing atrocities, we are doing bad things. Very bad things are happening in South Africa. Which bad things? Because land was taken. Do you understand? And land cannot just be taken without the rightful owners getting back the land and then being able to use it. You say that blacks must go to school, blacks must do this, blacks must do that. Blacks have went to school, but you got no jobs for them. You got no jobs for blacks. They got no jobs for blacks, especially South African blacks. They much rather hire illegal foreigners than to hire South Africans. They much rather hire illegal immigrants than South Africans, black South Africans. And then on top of that, you won't even give them land as well. How crazy is that? It's almost like you are closing all the potential taps for an African child. All the taps are closed. So if you're going to close all the taps, what is a black South African supposed to do? They can't benefit anything from their economy, from their land. What do you want them to do? Because you said people must go to school. People going to school. And at the end of that thing, what must happen? Must everyone be a great innovator? Must everyone be a great innovator? Cannot be. People can all be great innovators, innovating new technologies and all that. No. There are people who could farm. There are people who could raise animals. People who could, create game farms. People who could do all these type of things. But they don't have the land. Do you understand? People could be doing this and that, do this and that, this and that, just from having land. At least that would allow them to come up with business. Because not all businesses is too creative. No, it's not. Some businesses like, okay, let me farm. Simple. Let's create a wine farming, wine creation places here in different provinces, rather than everything just being in Cape Town. Do you understand? There's so many different business ideas, but when you have the actual land in a very good place, a good area where the land is fertile, places that are nearby towns. Do you understand? So that housing developments as well. Could have housing developments that allow people to live closer to town. So that one of the things that are keeping black people back is the fact that they have to commute long distances in order to go to work. The moment when they come home, they're already tired. You understand? They can't even, and then on top of that, they're like, we work hard. What? No. There's so many different developments that can be made to help a black South African to at least reparations. Do you understand? Reparations in order to allow the future generations of these people of today to at least start off at square B, not square A. There's so many reparations, and you can't tell me about BE. BE only benefited a few. BE only benefited a few people, did not benefit everybody. Do you understand? So you can't just say people are corrupt, but is everyone corrupt? There's black people who've never had anything, who've never had any opportunity. But now you want to categorize everyone as you guys get BE, you guys get this and that. No, it's not the case. So what about the masses? Let's talk about the masses. There's someone here on my followers who unsubscribed. I can guarantee it's a white person that's unsubscribed because my analytics, they show me which video caused someone to unsubscribe. It was the video of that land expropriation video I was doing. It shows you that whites, they don't want to hear anything about blacks taking over or doing their thing. They don't want to hear a black. They want to hear a black that speaks for them and speaks this rainbow nation rhetoric, which I'm starting to see that this rhetoric does not exist. It's only a ploy, a thing to get black people to disarm black people. That's what this rainbow nation is. It's a ploy to disarm the blacks from chasing their success, from chasing their economic freedom. It's only a ploy. It's only a thing to mask and to in Chivenda we say bakoridoza museto mato, if I'm not meaning that they are putting things on our eyes so that we don't see where we are going, what we are, we only see here. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that when blacks have to talk about serious things that are needed in order for them to go, how can you tell someone to work hard? You can't tell someone to work hard when you never worked hard for your things you inherited. You inherited stolen things. And now you want to come and tell us nonsense. No ways. So, Donald Trump, South Africa is a progressing state, but this state cannot be in the way that it is. You are looking out for white people. There's a video of Donald Trump when he says that when someone says police are killing black people, then he says they're also killing white people, and they're killing more white people. Do you understand that type of mentality? I love Trump, but sometimes I think he's a racist, Sometimes I do think that, because I used to think people are saying he's a racist, but now I'm seeing it. The man is looking out for whites. He ain't looking out for blacks. He much rather cut off funding and all these things rather than to hear what's actually happening. He much rather listen to AfriForum and Elon Musk and all those people rather than to hear, okay, who's by your side? I saw Patrice Motsepe by your side, but then again, who's Patrice Motsepe? Patrice is a beneficiary of these white people. Do you understand? So I don't think he's the right person, to talk about these things. And which is bad, because he's a person of power. He's a person who can be there in the same room as Trump. But is he going to speak about for us? No. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be realistic. So sorry America, sorry Trump. This is where we will beg to differ. We love the States and we are thankful for your help. But if your help comes at us remaining prisoners in our own country, or remaining slaves in our own country, then that is not something that we can push. If your business decision says that we have to remain slaves in our own country, if that is what it takes to make you happy, then that is not something that we can allow. It's not something that we can allow. We will always have to push for our agenda. We have stayed 30 years after the end of apartheid. After the end of apartheid, 30 years have went by, and black people still don't have land. That is not something that our people are not happy. Our people are not happy about that. 30 years and there's no land for blacks. White people are still controlling the majority of the land. Why is that? So if Trump has to take away whatever he has for South Africa, then let it be so. Because if this continues, then our people are going to be in complete poverty. Our black people are going to be in complete poverty. You know what I'm saying? Working for the for the system, working for the capitalistic system to again enrich the whites, while the blacks are not benefiting, they're not going anywhere, and worst of all, they can't even get a job. How does that make you feel? Black people can't even get a simple job. Yo, in South Africa it's worse. Can't even get a waitering job. And you want to tell people to work hard? No ways. You can't tell people to work hard while you can't even get those waitering jobs. They go to the foreigners. They go to illegal foreigners, Zimbabweans, all those foreigners. They're all over. A black South African born here with the ID and everything can't get those things. So I'm sorry, but South Africa cannot continue in that way. This is where we draw the line. You can take away everything. You can sanction us. We don't care. You understand? We don't care. It is time to do something. We've been watching. We've been quiet. But look at the economy. And white people in South Africa, they only support Ramaphosa when he's doing things to benefit them. But when Ramaphosa does something to benefit the blacks, then they start having a problem with him. They start running to America. They start running to Trump, you know. These Afri-forums, you know, they start to show their true colors. Penwell, I hope you are watching your friends. Penwell Mlotshwa, I hope you are watching your friends. The Afri-forums, all those guys. That guy you had on your podcast, is it Ernst van Zyl or whatever, that leader of the Afri-forum, the guy with the red hair, he's all over talking nonsense. So next time you sit, you know, people like Rob Herzog, they come, they act like they are with us, but the moment the page turns to the page, the real page that we must discuss, then they disappear. We start to differ. So it starts to show you that these people, this South Africa, they want this South Africa. They are in heaven right now. They are in heaven in this South Africa. This current South Africa is heaven for the white people. But it is hell for the blacks. It is a figment of heaven. It's a figment. But in reality, when that person goes home, they're in a shack. You know. Is that heaven? That's hell. You know, so they're staying in a dangerous community. No food on the cupboard. But outside there, hey, South Africa, our land, you're watching Springboks. But when you get home, they're getting home to a shack. They're getting home to non-development. Hoping for tomorrow that they'll get something. But in reality, all their hopes and dreams are being crushed. No job in sight. No land in sight. You know what I'm saying? I hear people talking about, hey, yeah, use your land there in the villages. Hey, use your land wherever. Build something with whatever land, whatever. We get it, but those are small scale things. Yes, someone has done something, but those are small scale things. You know what I'm saying? Yes, people can do it. Some people are doing it. They're starting this and that, businesses. But let's talk holistically, guys. Let's talk holistically, as if there's no certain land here in South Africa that has certain benefits. If all land was the same, then the Afrikaner government wouldn't have moved black people to the outskirts. They wouldn't have done that. If all land was the same. If the what's it called? The closeness to economic hubs. Do you understand? It's very important to have closeness to the economic hubs, the economic centers. You know what I'm saying? They stayed near. Why is it that white people, they stayed near the economic centers? Excuse me. Why is it that the whites stayed in the economic centers? Why is it that they allowed the Indians to also stay near the economic centers in their own area? And then after that is the colors. Because if you can check, colors usually they stay close to economic centers, but further away, than the Indians and the whites. Then there far away, then you have the blacks, where you have to commute, you know what I'm saying, long distance in order to get to work. Do you understand? In order for you to go to town, you go to town every once in a while. If you're not working, whatever, you only go for, you never really get to figure out things. So that's what we're talking about. To have land and must be distributed economically to benefit the economics of the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, you're saying you're white South Africans and whatever. No. You know what I'm saying? You are, yes, but never forget that this is the black man's land. This is the black man's land. You guys are rejects from Europe. Don't forget that. You are rejects from Europe, and then you came here and said you want to create a new identity. The Afrikaners. Don't think we forgot. We have allowed you and we have done well in loving you guys, but don't play with us when it comes to our development. And as for Trump, this is where we draw the line. USA, if we're no longer friends, that's fine. We have to move forward. And if we have to move forward with BRICS, then so be it. Because Russia has never done anything bad to us. Russia has helped us to get somewhere. Russia has stood up for us in the darkest times. You know what I'm saying? China is holding it down for Africa. You know what I'm saying? So we need to do our thing. And if we're going to be bullied and blackmailed, it's not going to work. This is not the world for white people. This is a world for all people. You know what I'm saying? Africa must be saved. What does that song say? Africa will be saved. Africa will be saved. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Africa will be saved. Africa, you will unite. Africa will be saved. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way. We have entered gear 2 of our democracy, and now it's time for the blacks to take their rightful place economically. Yeah, man, we're not standing down. We don't fear America. We don't fear Trump. We don't fear sanctions. Let me tell you something. We fear FOCO, just like our president says. We fear FOCO. We fear FOCO, just like our president says. We fear FOCO. What does that mean? We fear nothing. We will stand for our country. We will stand for our people. We cannot fail our people. You know what I'm saying? We have whites running this country. Whites doing whatever they're doing here. And our blacks are suffering. Blacks are staying in shacks. Blacks are... No ways. That cannot happen. Alexander must be shut down. It must be broken. Destroyed. It must be revamped. No ways that our people... Kailicha, all those places, they must not exist in this place. Imagine a person staying in their own country and be forced to accept those living conditions. We've been watching, but it doesn't mean that we haven't been feeling anything. You know what I'm saying? So I will do a follow-up video on this, because I feel like I haven't said, enough. I feel like I haven't said enough. I still got a lot to say. But maybe I can do it. Who knows? Nah, let me close it off. I will do another video. If you guys like this video, and even if you don't, it doesn't matter. Someone will see it. Because this is something that very important message. The South Africans must not fear anything. So South Africans must not fear anything. This is our country, and we must fight for this melanin. Fight for the melanin. Fight for the melanated people. This thing of saying that blacks cannot rule, it's fucked up. You got us fucked up, motherfucker. You got us fucked up. You think blacks cannot, you think that you can preach all this nonsense about blacks and say blacks are incapable, blacks are this, look at whatever. No, the country has not failed under black leadership. The country is running well. Yes, of course we have a few hiccups, but the country's been running well since. The economy is running, investors are here, everything is here, it's pumping, it's booming. And you want to say blacks, whatever, ultimately blacks will crash and whatever. What about y'all? Y'all crashed because you created an inhumane system. An inhumane system called apartheid, which crashed right in front of your eyes to show you that even you could not rule. You could not rule. You treated people like animals, and your system could not stand. You know what I'm saying? Let's measure the amount of time apartheid ruled compared to the time that blacks are ruling. It's about 30 years now, right? We're gonna go to 40 years. We're gonna see who is in a better place, who's in a better state, us or that system. I'm telling you, we're gonna beat that system. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, will South Africa turn into Zimbabwe, or will it remain the way it is, or will it get better? I cannot have a South Africa that does not have black people having economic power. That system cannot exist. We must fight. Whether we become Zimbabwe or not, that's fine. At least when we go to the Lord, we will say, Father, we fought. We did the best we could to make sure that Africa is saved. And by Africa, who do I mean? People of the black skin. Anyways, your boy Just King ZA signing out.